Hell yeah! We are back with the Bakersfield Underground, the bug. You just heard another premiere, one of the two premieres from our broskies from Field Boys Music. We roll. What's going on, broskies?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah!
What's happening?
What is going on, y'all? Everybody chilling today?
Chilling, posted like a villain, you know.
Round two of the bug and shit.
That's right, man. I was looking forward to this one.
Hell yeah. So let's introduce ourselves, man. Let's start from this side, and then we'll work our way around and stuff.
All right.
Yeah, Dee Lokzta with Field Boys Music.
Dee Lokzta.
Back up in the bug, back up in the house.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, part two, dog.
Yo, part two.
That's right.
We made it. We a little late, but you know we here.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there.
Your boy B-Raw in the building representing Field Boys Music, you know.
Damn, there you go.
Skitzo, you guys already know. You see me at the show.
There you go. And we already know this guy right here already.
I'm Bigfoot, man.
Hell yeah.
right.
That's what's up right there. So stick around for the very end of the show where we're going to premiere another song, How We Ride. Field Boy Music is full of hits, man. You guys sent me 3 brand new unreleased tracks and stuff. One of them is already released, right? It released today and stuff. Can you let us know where we can find this new track at?
Yeah, you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music. It's on YouTube, and then it's on iTunes.
Apple Music as well.
Everywhere. Huh?
Basically everywhere.
It should, right now I think it's only on those 4 platforms, but it should be out everywhere.
Hell yeah. That's what's up right there. Where can we, Dee Lokzta, where can we find you on social media, man? Plug the account, website, any live events, anything like that.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Dee Lokzta, DeeLokzta661. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Dee Lokzta. Spotify, you can find me at Dee Lokzta. It's Lokzta, and then you can, we have the website www.fieldboysmusic.com.
Hell yeah, definitely check that out.
Yep.
You make it easy for everybody, huh? You don't have all those underscores, hashtag, and all that shit.
Try not to.
You make it fucking easy. B-Raw, where can people find you at on social media, man? Plug the account, so plug them away, man.
Excuse me. Yeah, you can find me as well on Instagram under official_B-Raw661 on Instagram. And then you got my personal page once again, which is my full legal name.
Yeah.
Bonilla on.
You want to put that one out there too, dog?
They already know. If not, they'll find it.
Yeah.
So it's already out there.
Will you accept them? Who knows, right?
Yeah. So you can find me on there as well on Facebook, as well as my artist page on Facebook, which is under B-Raw on Facebook. But I think honestly, like my Instagram is more.
That's the one where everybody goes and stuff. Yeah. Hell yeah, there you go. Go ahead and plug away, man. I see you busy at work.
Yung Skitzo 661 Instagram, bro. Just find me, bro.
Make it easy, huh? There you go.
Find me, bro.
What you got going on over here, dog? You got a whole project happening over here.
Oh yeah, I got a DJ gig at some weed shop.
Oh hell yeah, that's what's up right there.
20, so
hell yeah, it's coming up already. We're getting ready for it, huh?
They send that deposit.
There you go. That's the first thing. That's the first thing that we do and stuff. All right, D man, tell us. Let's get to know you a little bit, man. What got you into music, man? How long have you been doing it for? What was the inspiration? What got you to start making your own music?
I think it was starting at a young age, like around probably like 5, 6, when my mom just playing music, just in the house and in the garage.
Oh, what kind of music was it, bro?
Mostly like 80s early rock, like Eagles.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
I think like Eagles, California.
Yeah. Hotel California.
Hotel
yeah,
California.
hell yeah. We all know that shit.
I think like from like an early childhood, that was like the first song I remember hearing.
Nonstop, huh? It was all over the radio. It was fucking everywhere.
So yeah, I think it started from there, and then
some good music, man.
Yeah, and then my mom used to let me like record. I used to record when I was like 5 or 6 years old. She still has little tapes of me trying to like. I was just like mumbling words, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to hear that, bro.
I think I made some fucking song called like. It sounds gay now that you think. No. But it was called like party on your fucking butt or something.
Hey, spit some of that flow, dog.
I was like saying some shit like I'm gonna have a party with something about fucking I'm gonna have a party on your butt or some shit. And I'm like, now that I listen to it, that shit sounded gay as fuck.
But during that time, you were like, hell yeah, this is the song right here.
I didn't even know what I was saying, really, but you know what I mean? But I just remember, like, fucking with the radio and recording. Like, I pressed the record button, and you just hear me, like, mumbling some shit. Like, I was trying to, like, sing a song, you know what I mean?
So whatever you were feeling at that time and stuff.
And it was something about a party, but yeah.
So you started early, okay, recording, which is fucking dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you say your mom still has those recordings and stuff.
Yeah, she still has.
They're somewhere in the
those tapes.
You got to send them through,
I
man.
recorded it over Hotel California, over like her favorite song. So like,
oh hell yeah.
So like at first she was kind of mad, you know, like, but she was like, nah, it's all right. Like even in the background you hear like she's like, what are you doing? And then like she's like, oh, like. She noticed what I was trying to do. Like, I was trying to do a song or something. She was like, go ahead. Like, I ain't even mad. Like, I can record that song again, you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, you know, that song always...
So she was cool about it.
Yeah.
She liked what you did with you remixed it pretty much.
Yeah, like, so yeah, we had that on tape. It's like Hotel California, like halfway through, and then it cuts, and you can hear me just like trying to record over it.
So listening back to your voice during that time, you know, because you were little. You say you were 5 years old.
Yeah.
Listening to it now, though, like, how do you like? When was the last time you heard those recordings, man?
I'm like, what the fuck was I talking about?
That's what was in during that time, though, huh? That's cool. You get that experience too.
But it's crazy. It's crazy to hear me as a little kid, you know.
Yeah. So you had that talent, you know, even as a little kid and stuff. You were
I feel like I was trying to like make a song or something.
So later on, when you started writing your own music and stuff, like, what inspired you to start? When you figured out, hey man, like I think I got something over here. Let me try to figure this out.
So honestly, I didn't really start rapping until like after my grandma passed. I think I was like 15 years old.
All
and
right.
I was just kind of like kind of lost, to be honest. You know what I mean? And I remember taking out the trash one day, actually right across the street at these apartments. And I was throwing away the trash, and I seen a radio right there, and like it was just like calling my name. I almost walked away from it. Like,
yeah, I
threw the trash in the trash bin, and I like started to walk away, and then like I was like something called me back to that radio, and it was like, you know, I was like, maybe I should see if that shit works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna grab it. So I grabbed the radio and I took it back to my garage, and just like I did when I was a little kid, pressing that record button. Because it had a record button. Not all radios had that.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Not all radios had that record button, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, it was just like, oh, shit, this shit has a record button. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Pop that tape in there.
All right, shit might be on now. So I was like, because I would always mess around with the homies, like, a little bit, like, rapping, you know?
All right.
But I wasn't really, like, recording nothing or like, taking it serious or nothing, you know?
Yeah, it was just for fun during that time.
Yeah, so yeah, and then I had a record button, and then, like, we would throw on the beats, like, you know, like either before the song or at the end of the song, and we would loop them.
Hell yeah.
And then, like, that's how we started on the radio, on the little record radio. It was like,
just messing with that, huh? That's how it happens and stuff.
Yeah.
So you say you were about 15 when you started rapping and stuff. So what were you listening to during that time? What was around you? What was the music around you?
Oh, shit. It was a little bit of Bay Area stuff. Like, I mean, Mac Dre was hot right at that
Mac
time.
Dre, yeah.
But I was more into like Tupac and Bone Thugs, and so it was like all that, you know.
Hell yeah, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, you know, man. Yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, and I mean, think like the first rap song I heard was like Crossroads, Bone Thugs.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, maybe not the first rap song. I probably heard Tupac before that, but I was so young that like it was at like the neighbor's house, and his mom would play it. And,
yeah.
You know,
that shit was everywhere, all over the radio, man. When Crossroads came out,
yeah,
hell yeah, that shit was all over the place. You couldn't escape it and stuff.
Crossroads was just something different that, like,
yeah,
I was like, oh shit, like this shit's tight as fuck. Like, where are these foods from? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they weren't like normal to all that, like our style. You know, that like the Cali style. Like,
they were from Cleveland and stuff. Yeah.
So.
I remember, man, I was heavily into Bone Thugs, bro. So I started downloading all their stuff. So I found out that before they became Bone Thugs and Harmony, they were BONE Enterprise. So I downloaded that first album. I was like, oh shit, like they go fucking nuts on those little. It was one album that it was called
Wasn't it
was
the Faces of
Faces of Death? Yeah, man, hell yeah, that shit was pretty cool. So I followed them all the way through. Once they made it big with the Crossroads.
Yeah, I had their tape, the cassette tape, creeping on the come up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember I had that tape.
That's some good albums, so some good music, man. Especially like Tupac was another one too. Yeah. You know what I mean? During that time, I was down in the LA area, so that shit was just hitting fucking hard, man. Everywhere you go, it was like Tupac, Dr. Dre, Snoop. You know, it was all that combination and stuff. But Tupac came in after they did and stuff. But hell yeah, so you like storytelling then, huh? Is that the kind of music that it was?
Yeah, mostly I'm a writer, so I express myself on a pen with a pen and a pad, you know, when it comes to like, I'm even better at expressing my emotions through like texts or like writing it down, you know. I'm not face to face. Sometimes my emotions might not, you know. It come out better when I think about it a little bit and try to, you know.
Yeah, I get you on
put
that.
Put it in context, you know, because
I'm the same way, man. I'm a pen and a pad type person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something about that. You know, everybody expresses themselves in a different way or get creative in a different way and stuff like that. Yeah. You good, Bigfoot? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good right now.
Shout out to Bone Thugs, bro. We
hell yeah,
smoking. We out there with the gods right now.
The weed song.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So all right, so 15, 16, around. Like, what were you rapping about during that time?
Mostly hustling and shit and fucking hustling and pimping. I
have my B squad, my A squad, and my B squad over there. Hell yeah! So you were just rapping around what the type of life you were living and stuff like that, because you talk about it on your music and stuff.
I mean, mostly, that's pretty much, you know, what I was living at the time, you know.
Hell yeah! So at what point? I mean, the rest of the Field Boy music. When did they come into play? When did they come in your life and stuff?
So I've been on this for off and on for a while, even before, you know, I was in this chair, like running around Grissom Park.
Yeah, you know, and just like right that area, you know, and just having a lot of mutual friends.
Yeah,
all right.
So we had
a couple. So that's how
we had a couple mutual friends, and then I think not till like 2018 is when we really like linked up.
I want to say it may have been, you know, like before that.
All right,
but we're sticking with 2017.
Yeah, that's when like we came together and kind of thought about the brand and shit. And
get the game plan going, huh? Yeah. And that's fun, huh? When you first start brainstorming about what you want to do, what it could become and stuff.
Like on some real shit. Like, I don't want to sound all extra about it, but it was kind of a blessing for me because I came across somebody that I knew from back in the day at the right time.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was already recording. Already had the studio, but he just needed like a direction, you know what I mean, and like we needed a foundation.
Yeah.
So when I brought the Field Boys name and idea to him, you know, he took it to a level. He made it. He birthed it for me.
Oh hell yeah!
That's when we did the logo, the little Mario guy, and it just was born.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
When we started just fucking recording. Fucking doing music videos, the fucking community's pulling up to show us support.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
friends, family, it was fucking.
I'm one of those that started taking off from there.
Taking off, bro, and it's funny. People that you would reach out to before to get a feature,
yeah,
are the ones reaching out to you now. But it's because you put in the work. You know?
Hell yeah. They see the dedication that you have,
and I get it, bro. It's like I think even Skitzo was telling me one time, and it made sense what he said. We was in the studio one day working on some tracks. And he told me, you know, sometimes people don't take you serious if they don't see you have like a catalog and you're established enough.
So it's understandable. You know what I mean? Everybody
once they see you're established and you're putting in that work, then they'll be like, all right, this was for real. Let's holler at him. Let's work or whatever, you know?
Hell yeah. That's what it's about and stuff. How did you feel about creating your own music, man? Once you start recording and stuff, you're putting it out there. Like, how did that make you feel, man?
Good, bro. I mean, like, it's always good to be able to express yourself, you know, like, regardless of what anybody thinks. I think, like, it was a therapy, you know? It was therapeutic.
So we know that you write your music with a pen and a pad, right? That's the way that you're doing it and stuff. Have you ever dealt with writer's block or anything like that?
Hell yeah.
How do you deal with that, man? Because everybody deals it in a different way, man. What's the advice for that?
To be real, there was a point in my life where I stopped doing, like, hard drugs and shit. And after I stopped doing that shit, like, yeah, I had writer's block for a long time.
Shit.
Probably like a year, because I didn't have, like, because I didn't have no extra chemicals to fucking, you know what I mean? Let's just say that. Nah, but yeah, so, like, but then, I don't know, at the end, like, it just went away. It's kind of like when you're playing baseball and you're in a slump, you know what I mean? Like, you can't hit the ball for shit, but then one day you just fucking go out there and all of a sudden, like, that shit goes away and you're able to hit the ball again and shit. It's like,
I get what you're saying, man. So do you think you just had to put it away for a while? Kind of miss it a little bit, or maybe you had to live life a little bit?
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of both. It might have just been a lack of endorphins.
That was your creative juice and stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't know, cause like all my life, it's like I was fucking around or whatever, and like that was there. So like it was different, you know what I mean? So it took a while to adjust. But hey,
but you got it, huh?
I got my mind back, and I was able to fucking, you know what I mean, to do it without it. And I don't.
There you go.
Because some people, I know some people struggle with that too. Because like, I'm not the only one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's out there and stuff. Yeah.
I'm sure people are like trying to fucking get off of some shit, but then they're like, oh shit, well then I might not have my artistry. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And some people, and there's a lot of people out there that don't have that, that gift or that talent to do something with that, right? Or at least to fill that gap, pretty much. You know what I mean? At least you have music that you can fall back on and stuff to get you going and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard out there because I know a lot of people out there that are on these heavy drugs, man, and they just don't know how to let all that stuff out. You know what I mean? And like I said, at least you have the music and stuff.
Some people don't know how to function, period, without fucking certain shit.
For real. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy out there, man. Where did you guys start recording your music at? When you guys first got started, what did you have? Did you have a laptop? Did you have one microphone?
Honestly, it was as simple as like him hitting me up. He seen me trying to do my thing again at first, and he had always told me, and out of all the homies we had that had shit going back in the day and like kept in contact with, he was always solid throughout the years. And he told me, like, I got this studio cracking, anytime you want to come and record and put in some work, like, come through,
Hell yeah.
And that's pretty much where it started. And then once I gave him my idea and what I was thinking about doing, it's like he had the same vision, the same drive, and I was like, well, fuck it. And we just came together, and it's been on ever since,
Oh, hell yeah. That's what's up right there. Like I said, when you can find a group of people that have that same passion.
Because I had brought it up to some other homies that I had grown up with and that I had done music with too. But I felt like when I had told them wherever they were mentally at that time, they just didn't have the vision for it. And then when I brought it to D, it's like he was like, yeah, we
hell yeah, that's what's up. So you guys just pretty much clicked and stuff, huh?
Yeah, and he was a homie that I knew I could trust and I knew I could really fuck with on a business tip that I know is solid.
There you go.
Solid, and so
and at the time I was kind of going to school for like music and graphics and like branding, so I was just looking for like a name or something to like, and a couple solid motherfuckers that could fucking.
That's the hard part, huh?
Yeah.
Because you probably went through like 20 people until you find that one right person and stuff.
And then I liked what he had, the idea he had, so I was like, let's run with it. Fuck it. Let's Phil Boy's music and shit.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there, man. Hey, let's talk about the music and stuff. You know what I mean? So I've been on your music for the past 2 to 3, like 2 months, because we originally had set something up and stuff. So I started listening to your music since then. I listen to every single thing. You have some exclusives on SoundCloud that are not released on the other ones and stuff, on the other platforms and stuff. So let's talk about the music now. Dee Lokzta's music is available. You got some exclusive ones on SoundCloud, but they're available on all other streaming platforms as well. I also noticed that you have a mixtape out there on SoundCloud, the whole mixtape, but you split them up on the other platforms and stuff. So if you want to get the whole mixtape, SoundCloud is going to be the place to go. So let's go ahead and let's dive into the first song, man. The first song I got over here is called Hold My Ground. What can you tell me about this track right here, man?
All right, so that's a track with me and my boy, Mr. Grinch.
Shout out to Grinch.
Hell yeah, shout out to Grinch, yeah.
My boy, and it was at a point where I think like he was about to go to rehab or something.
Oh shit.
So and then I was like, well, shit, fool, before you go, I need that verse.
I support you, but
But because this fool's a dope ass rapper, bro, he just like, sometimes he just, you know, his dictions get the best of him. But and that's pretty much what this song's about, you know. But and I love this beat because I like alternative beats too, bro.
Yeah, not just the same one.
Yeah, you know, like I don't always like West Coast gangster shit. Like I kind of like a little bit of alternative shit too sometimes. So
That's cool, man. It's a good
I
mix.
was like, I'm gonna throw something different in there, you know, like something with like an alternative.
Hell yeah. And that's how you open up the mixtape and stuff. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and at the time I didn't really know any bands or anybody that sang, so this, I don't remember I got the beat, but it just had that verse on there, and I was just fucking with it, so I wrote my verse to it, and the homie came with his verse.
Hell yeah, and it all came together. It's a really good track, you know what I mean? So the mixtape is called Past Due. Go ahead and fucking check it out, man. Check out the full album. I'm only gonna cover a couple of the tracks on there, but it's available on SoundCloud. So the other singles are split up everywhere else, but to get the whole feel of the album, man, go ahead and check out SoundCloud, man. This album is fucking dope, and that's just the first track right here. So the next track that I have over here is it's called Sucker for Thugs, man. What can you tell me about this track right here, man?
Yeah, I mean, basically just speaking on girls that are sucker for thugs. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, man. There's a lot of them out there, man. Come on, ladies. It's a fun time, but I mean, it ain't forever.
And the homie Gage Navarro, that fool had a dope ass hook.
Hell yeah, big shout out to Gage Navarro. Hell yeah, this shit was dope. You took some inspiration from like Tupac on this track right here, huh?
Yeah, for real. I wanted to throw something in there with the little sprinkle of Tupac, you know?
Hell yeah. I really do dig the storytelling in here and stuff, because once again, it's that classic story of the good girl always wanting the fucking thug or the gangster and shit, you know? We all know somebody like that and shit. Hell yeah. Anything else you want to add to this track right here? It's pretty much self-explanatory if you listen to the track and stuff. Hell yeah, it's one of those good tracks and stuff. And so the next one I got is Long Road. So you go deep into your story on this track right here. You know what I mean? Like Long Road.
This was probably one of my more personal tracks I wrote to. You know what I mean? I wrote this alone. You know, just in the studio by myself, just kind of down and out, just thinking about shit that I've been through. So yeah, just trying to put my story to words. You know, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, you go, like I said, you go really deep on this story and stuff. You talk about getting shot in your chest when you were 20 years old and stuff. You talk about being close to death, also depression, and seeing your friends dying for the lifestyle that they're living and stuff. Like, this is really good storytelling on this track right here, man.
Laying in my hospital bed, how could you say I was not distressed?
You know, what made you want to write a track like this? Because you really go deep on this track right here.
Just, you know, just trying to express my pain type shit, just trying to release my pain. Give something somebody else can feel, you know?
Yeah, because you know what? Once you put this music out there, man, it's like forever and stuff. You never know. Somebody 20 years from now could be listening to this track and it's probably going through the same situation that you were going through and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And honestly, this track, I mean, you can hear my voice. I was probably just getting used to it, like, used to rapping, bro. Like this whole album, I think, like I was just, like the more I keep doing it, the more my voice I feel like, you know, even though like it cracks here and there, but like
Your voice will change, bro.
yeah, like, and it's a trip because I have stuff when I was like listening to on cassette tape when I was a kid or like younger, you know, like 15, 16 before I got shot, and I sound older then, bro. Like my shit sounds deeper.
Changed, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, but once again, these are some really good tracks, man. These are only exclusive on SoundCloud, man. So I made it easy for everybody to go ahead and look for these tracks, and they're under Phil Boy Music, huh? They're not under Dee Lokzta by yourself and stuff. The artist is under Phil Boy Music
on
SoundCloud, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
On this one right here. So let's get into okay. So the next couple of tracks that we're gonna play, these are available everywhere and stuff. So the first one I got over here is let's see, Road to Misery. Let's talk about that one right here. What can you tell us about this track right here?
It's another one kind of speaking on some deeper, more personal stuff. I feel like that's what I kind of like doing best, to be honest.
It's good, yeah.
You know.
Shout out to Trav too. You know he's on this one.
Yeah, shout out to Trav Moves. Came with the dope ass hook. And yeah.
Yeah, this one, you know, you talk more about losing your loved ones and stuff. You know what I mean? Like your grandma and your brother. You know, you say that you were wrong for not loving them when they were alive, and now you have that regret and stuff like that. People can relate to this kind of stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's pretty much what I want to touch on. You know what I mean? Just taking certain love for granted. You know what I mean? And which a lot of people do and don't realize it until somebody's gone. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, for real. That's real talk right there. You know, once again, you know, the storytelling over here, man, is like, it's really good.
Yeah, I feel like I relate to it too, because like he's talking about his grandma, and like I happen to have had a close relationship with my great grandmother.
Oh, all right.
You know, so like I can't even listen to this song really.
It's a hard one, you know.
Yeah,
like
honestly,
I said,
yeah.
you go deep on this one and shit.
Yeah, I can't really listen to it because then I start thinking about my grandma and the memories, and just, you know, like regardless of however bad you were still always gonna be her baby, you know.
Yeah, for real,
bro. That's true.
That's real talk right there. Yeah.
So that's something that I always remember, you know.
Yeah. For real. Once again, you know, it's a really good track, man. Our next one I got over here is Till Death of Me. Till the Death of Me is a dope ass track, man. Shout out Fern Dog. You know, he did his thing on this one right here
Fern,
too.
Man. Fern Dog.
yeah, that's on fire. And I was like, I gotta get you on here.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna release some shit, I gotta get you on there, because you know, me and him started at a young age. Like when I was 15, 16, he was one of the ones I would rap with. That's kind of how I met this
Right,
guy
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So,
That's how the
connection is.
yeah, so
That's fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
working for him, you know what I mean?
We all go way back. We were like all cool homies that knew each other that used to rap and fuck around. But like life happened, and then it's just like we all got caught up in some shit.
Like
And
always.
then we grew up, and then we came back.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there, man.
I'm on the block all day with the hustlers, like let's get money.
Let's get that down.
This is actually the song that I listened to right here, and then hit the homie up. I hit the homie up after I heard this one. I was like,
Yeah, hell yeah, that shit is dope.
Yeah, and then through that, that's how I met Skitzo, you know? Yeah, we started doing shit.
That's dope. I know you're gonna be coming up on a couple of tracks here.
Yeah, bro.
So hell yeah, you know, on this one right here, you talk about, you know, you continue to hustle and you ain't stopping till you make it, man. Like I really do like that message, you know. Hell yeah. In the next track,
Drops.
what's up?
It's like till the casket drops. Type
Oh
shit.
hell yeah. You know,
You
it's
gotta
in you and
hustle
stuff.
or die trying, man.
The next one I got over here is Struggles Real featuring our broski from the Bug, Locust Luciano, man. What can you tell me about this dope ass track?
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's another one.
My
I just
Goonie JP
talk
bang.
about the struggle and just kind of try to touch on some real shit about just my life. And I wanted to get the homie on there because he was always the inspiration to me. Like, you know what I mean? Ever since I've been in the wheelchair, it's been hard to kind of like get out of that shell type shit.
Yeah.
And seeing the homie do his thing, you know, it's kind of inspiration, you know.
Oh hell yeah. Big shout out Locust, man. Yeah.
Homie right here always inspires me to just seeing him fucking, you know what I mean? Like, my boy be up there fucking like,
Fucking sweat my fucking soul out.
Hell yeah. That's how it is though.
tell that motherfucker legs shaking and shit, like you still
Yeah, straight up. You know? That's how much I love this shit.
That's
But,
what's
but it's
up.
because like you spit from your fucking gut. You know? So I feel like people when they hear you, you know, they're feeling your shit because they feel everything you're going through. Because
yeah.
some people can relate to that shit.
Yeah, for real. I've seen the videos of you performing and
Yeah,
shit.
bro,
Hell
and I'm
yeah.
like old school with it. I wish I could move around and shit. Because of my cerebral palsy, it's hard to like.
Nah, but you got it down though,
So I'm
man.
doing the Coolio thing, just sitting
Hell
there,
yeah.
just rapping.
Get all this energy and shit. You know, hell yeah, that's what's up
So
right
that's
there.
how it goes.
Hell yeah. So on this one, you know, you talk about you being 17 years old, walking the streets and seeing all these crazy things around you, and that's what you talk about on this track right here and stuff. Hell yeah, that's what's up right there, man. How did that collab with Locust come about?
pretty much just reached out to him and I had the open verse and
See other people shoot the shot.
he
We
said
stuck on the
he was
travel
down
from my
with
head
it.
down to
Said
my
he
habit.
liked
I
it.
smash them
Like
flat in
the track,
my
like,
crippled legs ain't slow me down yet. You see me dragging them
killed it
around.
too,
Not a
the
fucks, ain't got a
verse,
single
so.
one to stop you. You can kiss my ass.
Oh yeah, he always
Yeah, that
knows.
was that. That was
You can
it.
bring the
You know?
That's what's up. It's a really good combination. This collaboration. Nah, man, you did fucking hella good on this track, man. You kept that energy. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's cool because
his wordplay is just so crazy. You know what I mean? That got some sick ass wordplay. But it was dope. You know, shout out to Locust. We did a little video to it too. There's a little video out there too. If you want to check it out.
Hell yeah. So that was a really good track right there, man. The next track I got over here is California Way, man. So, you know, B-Raw's on this one right here. This is a dope ass fucking track, man. This is you talk about living here in Cali, and you even give a shout out to Nipsey Hussle too. You know what I mean? One of the inspirations and stuff. What can you tell me about this track right here?
I feel like this whole track right here kind of like generated our whole sound and our whole like love with the lowrider community, because they pulled up and they showed out and they showed a lot of love. You know what I mean? And I mean, like, the video just came together perfect and shit. So
I see that. How was it shooting the video to this right here? Everybody just vibing. It was
fun, bro. That was like honestly one of the funnest times of my life.
Hell yeah!
Because I'm like, it's a trip to see something that you had envisioned actually like really come to life. And it's a trip how like the community and like all the people just identified with us automatically and supported it right away, you know, and showed nothing but love.
It's good vibes, man.
You know,
It's so funny filming that video going down the hard park.
Good old hard park, yeah.
So everybody was cruising the lowriders and shit, and we were behind them, and at some point like they slowed down. And my mom and pop said to hit the brake, and fucking my shit, I fucking knocked it.
Oh, no way.
I fucking hit the back of the seat, bro. I had a little fucking, luckily though.
Before the video shoot?
So before the second half of the video.
Shit.
So I had a little fucking shiner and shit.
Hell yeah.
But luckily it didn't like look like it until the next day, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, you should have added like a little cameo where you got into a fight right there, dog. That's funny, man. No, that's fucking hella dope, man. The video's cool, man. Once again, you know, plug the YouTube channel and stuff. Where can you see these videos at?
Real Boys Music on YouTube, right, D?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's a dope ass track, man. The next one I got over here is Remember Me. What can you tell me about Remember Me, man? From Bakersfield to Crenshaw, man.
Yeah, this is a collab with
Remember Me.
Big Smoke, yeah.
Big Smoke. He's just an artist who actually reached out to me, and he was like, hey, I like your shit, you know, like you got a verse, you could spit on this, and like, it just came together like that.
Hell yeah. It's a really good collab, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Thick Smoke,
The beat was kind of different from, you know.
Open your motherfucking eyes. Dick Smoke got a sick LA, no space surprise. Dick Smoke in the city.
All the way to Crenshaw.
You and your bitches and It's all about my fucking neighborhood, Crenshaw, Bakersfield.
It is cool because all the collabs that you have that you've been working with and stuff, everybody has a different flow and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's dope. Is that kind of challenging and stuff? And you're dealing with different flows and stuff, different styles.
I just want to tell my nigga you can do it.
I mean,
I would never give up, man.
I try to always incorporate my own style, but also go off of what they
I don't give a fuck when I rap. You see me in the street, it's the same.
The next track I have over here is Cruise Control, man. What can you tell me about Cruise Control? B-Raw, you're on this one right here too.
It's kind of a homie from the Bay right here.
Yeah, Mr. Pac-Man. Big shout out to him.
I think it's from Sacramento, yeah.
Sacramento, all right.
Mr. Pac-Man.
Mr. Pac-Man, shout out.
So, yeah, bro, this was a dope collab too. I love this beat. Like,
hell yeah.
The beat was banging, and I was like, that's right in my lane, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, something you could cruise with and shit.
I was like, this one's gonna be easy to write to, you know, like it's gonna write itself, you know, like I I don't know. I feel like Bay Area beats are kind of like easy for me to write to, bro. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, it's that style that you like and stuff. Yeah. It's that West Coast vibe and stuff. You know, you talk about cruising the streets of Baco over here. You know what I mean? It gets pretty cool out here, huh? During the cruise nights and everything. It's not bad at all and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Pac-Man. You know, that's a fucking dope ass track right here. You know, the next track I got over here is Low Low. What can you tell me about Low Low? Otra vez, el B-Raw?
Yeah.
You got the third verse on this track right here, man. You tell us a funny story, man.
Yeah.
You wanna talk about that one?
I like his verse.
Yeah.
I got into detail.
About the police chasing you and shit.
Yeah, bro. I try to. It reminded me of like an Eminem type style.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I wanted to like spit some shit kind of like that. But yeah, I was talking about some crazy shit.
You were young when you got pulled over on a stolen car or some shit.
Yeah, I
was fucking laughing, bro, when I heard that.
I was in the G-Ride. Yeah, it was a true story.
Oh, really? Oh, shit, man. You were hella young when that happened, too.
Yo.
What ended up happening? You know, what was the end of the story and shit? You were able to fucking make it and shit? You were able to escape?
That's a lie. Like, some of it exaggerated. Nah, but nah, I don't know. I got arrested. Got face down on the pavement type shit.
Oh, hell yeah. We've all been there, dog. But it's pretty cool, man. You get very creative with your writing on this track right here. Like I said, it's a different flow and stuff. Skitzo, what can you tell me about this track right here, dog? What was the motivation behind this one right here?
The motivation was a GTA, my boy.
another true story.
We didn't have a car, so
you had to get a car.
The homies picked me up in the whip, so not their car. So don't care.
So you didn't know about that? Yeah, I'm gonna know that.
Don't care. Let's go. I came along for the ride like this, dude.
Oh, so you were a passenger then? They picked you up and shit. Hell yeah, stick to that story, dog. It's a wild track, bro. I love it, man. Allegedly. It was a good time either way, huh? Yeah, it made for a good story and a good track.
Good song. People like that one.
Hell yeah.
We think about we're gonna have to maybe do a video to this one.
Oh, I would love to see a video for that one right there.
I get like an idea of like Eminem Guilty Conscience type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does have those kind of vibes and stuff.
Maybe we can take like maybe a little bit of inspiration, kind of create our own little like.
Yeah, that'll be a fun video because the song pretty much writes itself and stuff. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, that's what's up right there. All right, so the next song I got over here is with El Paco El Ocho, you know, and Mr. Pigwin and stuff. You got Get Low over here, man. What can you tell us about this track? You know, I've seen the videos, I've seen all this stuff, man. It's a dope ass track. And on this one is the opposite. You kick the song off on this one.
Yeah, I guess they wanted me on the first verse.
That's cool though. You get to open up the song and everything. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a Bay Area track right here.
Yeah, I like this.
Mamas, won't you get on down? Drop it low to the ground and shake it left and right and all around. She got moves to run the whole town with a nice set of boobs and booty by the pound. Catch me in the VIP going loud in the casino with me amigos.
Getting creative with the lyrics and shit, huh?
Yeah, so actually I got that booty by the pound was actually a song that the homie Robbie Rob made back in the day. And we actually have a song called Booty by the Pound.
Oh, hell yeah.
When he made when I was like 15 rapping on it, and I kind of snuck through that in there.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. You get very creative, man, on this track right here. That's fucking hella dope. If fucking Paco El Ocho took off on, it was his bedtime already.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there, man. The next track I got over here is Who Wanna Ride. You know what I mean? So on this one right here, you're kind of reminiscing about, you know, you're hustling as a younger, and when you talk about having a pager and a flip phone and shit, you know? What can you tell us about this one?
Yeah, it's just dope collab again
with B-Raw, hell yeah. B-Raw's over there smiling, man. He got the stories and shit.
He got some good stories too, man. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just speaking on, you know, hustling back in the day. No, flip phone, you know, I still remember the roller, I still remember the ringtone, sipping on some shit. So
that was your ringtone and stuff?
And I had Lil Wayne, Hustler music. Flip phone.
That's funny, man. Hell yeah. B-Raw, what can you tell us about this track over here?
You know, it was, you know what's crazy is, that's like the second track where I mentioned an uncle passing away in my family, but that was like, we recorded that track maybe like a year or two before we even actually dropped it. So when people heard it, they thought it was fairly recent, but we actually had been sitting on it for like, what, 2 years?
2 years, huh?
And so that's what I was expressing at that time. That's where I was at. So
yeah.
What was going on? So
after holding on to it for a while, you know, it must feel good, you know, just to get it out there.
Yeah, you know, and I was surprised. I really didn't know what people were going to think of it, but people like it.
Yeah, it's a good track. Hell yeah, that's what's up right there, you know what I mean? So before we premiere another brand new song, How We Ride, let's get into some quick shotgun questions, all right? All right, D, I don't want you to think about it, man. I'm just going to ask you, and whatever comes to mind, just spit it out, man. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, who's your dream collab?
Busy Bone.
Oh, Busy Bone, huh? Hell yeah, Thugs Cry. What kind of song would it be?
Shit.
You go anywhere with Busy Bone and stuff.
Yeah, no, I know he be fucking rapping fast as fuck. So,
hell yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the beat would have to be like up tempo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, one of those Cleveland beats out there.
Yeah, and you probably gotta speed my tempo up. I don't know, but yeah.
To keep up with them, hell yeah. What kind of song do you think it would be though? Like, what would you want to? You have a song ready for him and stuff. What kind would it be? Something about cruise? You can't. They're not really much about cruising and stuff. You know what I mean?
Nah, it would have to be like, you know, some Thugs Cry type shit.
Hell yeah.
Or like some Lazy Bone, some Listen.
There you go. You see some.
Yeah, I like shit.
Yeah, Lazy Bone was pretty good. He had a good album out there too. If not for like rap, what other music would you like to do?
Alternative.
Alternative, huh? Hell yeah. That'd be pretty cool. I see you dabbled in that a little bit.
It would either be alternative or country.
What was that, B-Raw?
Still trying to get that feature from at Tempo.
Man, hell yeah. I'll pass the word, man. Hell yeah. Man, shout out to those bandidos. They're out there, they're watching and stuff.
That's right.
Hell yeah. What other talent besides music are you into, man? Like, what other talent can you say you have besides music?
Just graphics, doing graphics.
Oh hell yeah! So you're on the computer all day doing stuff.
Computer shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah! Hey, that's what's up right there. So you're designing like the album covers and stuff like that. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, all the covers.
That takes work, man.
Yeah. Most of them, yeah. Mostly all of them, I think.
That takes hella work, man. So think back when you were a little kid, all right? Think back when you were a little kid. What were your favorite toys, man? What was around you?
Favorite toys?
So fucking He-Man, so fucking G.I. Joes.
Cars and G.I. Joes.
There you go, Cars and G.I. Joes. Hell yeah. B-Rod, do you remember what you were playing with over there?
Shit, bro. I remember just having marbles and fucking...
Pinche canicas. Hell yeah.
Can't forget about the old Tonka trucks, you know?
Yeah. Remember they used to have a Vaughn's truck?
There you go. That's where you used to get all your...
Or the thing they used to get a kick out of a lot was having shoes that used to light up.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, for real.
The Velcro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Skitzo, do you remember when you were a little man? What kind of toys were around you? What did you used to play around with?
Hot Wheels and shit.
Hot Wheels, huh? No Matchbox? You were Hot Wheels.
Army Man, all
right. The ones that didn't move and stuff, you know. Bigfoot, what do you remember, man? What you played with over there in the forest and stuff?
A Tonka truck.
A Tonka truck. So you had money then. You were able to afford those big fucking Tonka trucks?
Yeah, you know the big yellow one? You know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I had one of them things.
Had a bed in the back. You used to fucking load up dirt and all that shit.
Hell yeah, I was like a big ass kid.
That's fucking funny, man. All right, let's talk about food, man. If you had one final meal, all right, you got to think about this. If you had one final meal, this is the meal right here. After this, I can no longer eat anymore, man. So what would it be?
Fuck.
Final meal.
That's good. So you gotta like
some fucking some Donahue's out there in some Donahue's out there in Pomona. The chicken right there, the chicken and biscuits. I think it is
Donahue's.
Yeah,
I've never been there, man. Like,
bro,
the chicken there is fucking pretty bomb.
Bro, when I first saw this, like I couldn't eat for like 6 months, bro. When I got shot. Like,
oh yeah.
I had a G tube and everything, so like. Donahue's was the first shit I started eating. So like, that, and I started grubbing like a motherfucker. You know?
That's the best chicken of your life.
And
Huh?
to me, yeah, that's the best fucking food. Yeah, that's the best food on earth to me.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right
But
there.
it ain't good for you, you know. Don't get me wrong. Shit.
That's the best kind of food and stuff.
But I mean, shit, if I was gonna die the next day, I'm gonna fucking eat some fried chicken.
Hell yeah, why not? Shit, you can never go wrong with that and stuff. What's your favorite movie? What's a movie that you could still watch? It could be a new one, it could be an older one. There's a lot of them out there, man.
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
Probably Apocalypto.
Apocalypto, huh? That's somewhat of a recent one then, huh? Hell yeah.
I was gonna say a hood movie, but like that movie's dope as fuck. Like that's
Which one? You can still say it. Which one? Apocalypto was pretty good too.
I'll probably like Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood, them hood stories, huh?
But,
what about you, B-Rob? What's a movie that your favorite movie?
Man, my favorite movie, honestly, keep it real, Goodfellas.
That's a good one. That's motivational.
Yeah, I like Goodfellas. And if you got on comedy, I like Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights, yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
like classic, bro.
That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Skitzo, what's a good movie, man? What's a good movie? What's your favorite one?
Spartan 300.
Spartan 300?
Yeah,
that's like a boy. That's out there, bro.
300. Just go to war, man.
No story, just fucking
300 dudes going to war against 10,000.
There you go.
I mean, come on, man. It's like the gods going to
Hey,
war.
it was a good movie. Yeah. Did you see the second one?
Yeah.
Well, that one wasn't all that.
I only like the Spartan 300 one. That's
the first one was
if
pretty
they can
good.
make a better one than that, that's cool.
Yeah,
but
that one had everything.
yeah, that one had it all.
That is true. Bigfoot, what's your favorite movie?
Holes.
Holes with the little kids that they get in prison and shit. Start digging holes. That was a good fucking.
I thought he said hoes.
Well, that one too. The trilogy.
I was like, which one?
That's funny, man. So if your life had a theme song, okay, what song would it be?
Oh, I just saw. Oh man.
That's a tough one right there. There's a lot of music out there.
Yeah, just a theme song.
Yeah. If your life was a theme song, what song would it be?
Could it be one of my songs?
Go for it, man. Shit, you wrote it, shit.
Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna have to go with a Tupac song or something.
All right. So a Tupac song. He has a lot of them out there.
One song was that shit. You can hear the doctor standing over me, screaming, "I can make it, got a body full of bullet holes."
Only God could judge me.
Oh, only God can judge me now. Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go. Only God.
That's a good one right there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It probably had to be that one.
There you go. That's a good track right there. If you could have one superpower, any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Shit. Flying.
Flying. Yeah, that's probably like the best one, huh?
Yeah, probably flying.
How would you use it, man? You would just get out of here, go to another fucking country, another universe.
Yeah, fuck, you know, fucking, I usually like Superman, you know. I put on my cape when I had to and just.
Vámonos, yeah.
Maybe might save some people along the way. Might just
Might.
might just fly past that.
Damn.
That's fucking funny, man. So before Dee Lokzta, the name, man, did you have any other rap names? Did you have anything else growing up?
Yeah, Little D Lok, they call me, or just Little D for a little while. It was just.
It's always the Lils, huh?
Yeah.
I went through a couple of Lils. I've never said it on the show, but I've gone through a couple of them.
Yeah.
One of them is related to Bone Thugs, too.
So I fucking. But yeah, so yeah, growing up, I was kind of Little D because I had a cousin. They called him Big D. So
All right. So you were Little D.
So
all
in the
right.
neighborhood, they always called me Little D and Big D. So
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that growing up.
That wasn't too bad. That's two of them.
So I threw the Loke thing came on there later, and then I just kind of like took the little out because like I grew up to be bigger than that food.
So you took his spot out, huh?
That's what they would tell me. Like even his mom would be like, "You're Big D now and shit or whatever," and I was like, whatever, you know. But so then I kind of just changed it up a little bit because there was a lot of different D Loks, so.
Yeah.
They're looking it up, you know. So then I just changed it up to Dee Lokzta.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
that's what's up
something
right
different.
there. That's the one that stuck then, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I went through several names too. B-Rod, did you have any other names?
Yeah, it was Smiley.
Smiley, all right.
Yeah, it's like my nickname that people started to call me as time went along. It was like since grade school.
Nice.
Yeah, that was it. And
It's a nice little happy name and shit.
well, I wasn't happy. It's funny. You're the opposite of your name, the opposite of what you really are.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
I was more like Grumpy, not Smiley, really. Once about a time, but
hell yeah.
you know, you grow up and you get your shit together and you fucking start looking at life different. But
yeah, for
that
real.
was the first rapping name I had.
Nice.
And
The
then,
pencil lighter, Bigfoot.
then it became B-Raw, you know, as everybody knows from Phil Boy's music.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one that stuck, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there. If you could date any celebrity, okay, this is the one that gets everybody in trouble and stuff. But if you can date any celebrity out there, man, who would it be? You already know. Look at it. You already know.
I think we talked about this last time. Salma Hayek, bro.
Salma Hayek, bro. Still, you can never go wrong with that one.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, that one hasn't changed.
I'll
You're
tell you
gonna
what,
stay with that one.
I love me a fine Mexicana, you know.
There you go.
From the motherland.
Fucking shit, Salma Hayek, huh? Hell yeah, that's gonna be the one right there, man. The most difficult song you ever had to write. What's the song that you were like, man, it's a hard one. The most difficult song that you had to write.
Yeah, I probably Road to Misery.
Road to Misery, yeah. You got several of them, and that one is a really good one right there,
Or
too.
It might
Yeah.
have been Long Road, though, to be honest. I feel like Long Road, you could even hear it in my voice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, for real. Those are good tracks right there, man. If you only had to pick one song, okay, for a new listener, somebody that's never heard your music before, man, if you had one song to pick, which one would it be? Pick a song that says, hey, this is what I'm about right here.
yeah, probably Long Road.
Long Road is hell yeah. I would say that one too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. It pretty much tells your story right there. What still motivates you to write music, man? You've been doing it for a while now, so what motivates you?
Honestly, right now, the homies keep it real.
Hell yeah,
The homies motivate
what's
me,
up.
keep it real, yeah.
that's what's
'Cause a
up
lot
right
of time-
there.
A lot of times I ain't even motivated until the homies hit me up or, you know what I mean, sometimes. And man, the older I get, it seems like the more I have to force myself to get in the studio and just lock myself in there and write some shit to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah,
That's cool, man. There's nothing like having the broskies out there, you know, to back you up, give you that motivation that sometimes, hey, man, we lag sometimes, but we have our friends right there, you know what I mean, that'll help you out with that. That's fucking hella dope, man. Hell yeah. So name an up-and-coming artist, man, for us to look up. Over here in The Bug, we like to share the spotlight and stuff. So let's name an up-and-coming artist that you think, hey, man, go check this out.
Who did you already talk about?
There's a lot of talented people out here.
If I remember correctly, I said A. Reese, and I said the homie Yung Skitzo. I want to say there was somebody else. I can't remember who that person was at this time, but
Yeah, there's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah,
Young
'cause there
Skitzo, you
really
see,
is,
they
you know?
mentioned you again over here. He's like, no comment.
There's mixtapes like every month if you really follow me, you know.
yeah,
Hell
if you
yeah.
follow him, you know he's constantly working. He's
Hell yeah, there's always something
always
going on.
dropping, bro.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there. What's next then, Dee Lokzta? What's next, man? What can you tell us? What can we expect from you in the near future, man? Do you have any tracks coming up, an album coming up, any live events or anything like that?
Yeah, bro. So hopefully, you know, should have a collab album dropping towards like middle or end of this year.
Hell yeah.
So keep a lookout for that. And yeah, we still have like those two unreleased songs you heard. Those should be dropping soon.
Hell yeah.
On the podcast. So
How many tracks are we looking at, man? How many tracks? Give us a little preview of it.
like 8 or 9.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there. That's going to be fucking hella dope, man. So what can you tell us about this brand new track that we're going to premiere right here, How We Ride?
Yeah, so B-Rock came with the beat, or actually Sunny Slick. Blessed us with that beat right there. So it's produced by Sunny Slick. But yeah, me, B-Raw, and Mr. Penguin, we got him on the...
All right, another track right there. Yeah, hell yeah.
We got him to come like do little finishing touches on the hook and towards the outro. And then, I opened up, I think, on the first verse.
Hell yeah.
And then B-Raw kills the second verse. And
It's a good combination, man. It's a good amount of talent right there on this track right here.
This song is hot. I mean, I think it's dope. I think once we put a video to it, it's definitely gonna pop.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, man, I like it, man. I think it's dope.
Hell yeah! So before we play this track right here, can you let us know where we can find you on social media again? Plug away, man. This is your moment right here.
Yeah, find us on Instagram at Phil Boys Music. You can find me personally at Dee Lokzta 661 on Instagram. Yeah, that's where I would direct you first, and then you can find a personal artist page on Facebook at Dee Lokzta. We have the Phil Boys Music page on YouTube as well, where you can find all the videos. So be sure to subscribe and like and all that good shit.
Hell yeah, there's a lot of content out there. Hell yeah, go ahead and check that out. B-Raw, go ahead and plug away, man.
Shit, man, like I said, man, you can find me on Instagram, you know, at official_B-Raw661 on Instagram. You know, you can find me as well as on Facebook under B-Raw. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. As well as you can find us under Phil Boys Music on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well, you know, to check out our latest or whatever we got going on our YouTube channel under Phil Boys Music. And yeah, that's about it, man. Just stay tuned.
Hell yeah,
like
that's what's up.
Said, we got this EP that we've been working on.
Shout out Sunny Nights.
Yeah, shout out to Sunny Nights for sure. Yeah, shout out to the homie Sunny Nights.
Yeah. He's holding it down in Kansas over there.
Yeah,
Kansas City, huh? Hell yeah.
That's what's up, boys.
Shout out, hell yeah. Skitzo, where can we find you at on social media and stuff? We got to have you on the show, man. I told you last time.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Yung Skitzo _661. There's a 187, but I'm locked out of that account. But if that's a fan page, go check that one out, you know. Shout out to Sunny Night. So I had to mention him because he's from the Phil Boys too. He just ain't here, you know what I'm saying?
For real, man, for real.
Go check out Sunny Nights too, man. Just go to the Phil Boy page. You'll see his new video. It's cracking.
There you go. So we're going to leave you with the brand new premiere right here, How We Ride, and you're going to hear that right now.